connected to the Sukkah. Sukkah seems to be very much connected with the idea of shalom, of peace. We say Sukkat Shalom. V'yifros aleinu Sukkat Shlomecha. Sukkah is supposed to be a symbol of peace. Chazal, our Rebbe say that Kol Yisrael Yoshvim B'Sukkah Achat. The idea can be that all the Jews sit in one sukkah, which means that people are getting together and they are connect to each other on Sukkot. And the idea, it's a couple of ideas to do, because what makes usually conflicts and tension between people in society? Usually it has to do if people have got, let's say, who are wealthy. So those that are not wealthy, not so, then obviously they're jealous. They are not, it's connected in a way that the Mishnah that we'll talk about it, please God, next week. But what did the rabbis say? After the Yomim Noroim, the Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, we are starting a new life, a new year, by trying that everybody should live on the same kind of standard of living. You can't have a big house, a strong house. Chazal say, leave your home and spend the days of Sukkot in a sukkah, which is a temporary thing, and everybody must fulfill the mitzvah of sukkah by living, as the Chazal say, live from the permanent dwelling to something which is a temporary dwelling. And there is no difference. You're rich, you're poor, no different of level of kind of better life. Everybody is equal, and this, I think, is one of the points to bring about shalom. What makes the tension? When people are jealous, people see some live better, and so on. Here Chazal say, try to live an equal way of life. and on the other hand, also to give us at least a concept that our life is also, it's a temporary life. Everybody has got the time to live. You'll never live forever. And you have to realize that it is a temporary thing that you have in life. Try to utilize the time that you've got, not to waste it. And after Rosh Hashanah Yom Kippur, that we were praying and hoping that all our sins and whatever we misbehaved last year was forgiven on Yom Kippur. This is Day of Atonement, that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is Moichel, He forgives us, so we can actually start on a new record, clean record. In fact, Sukkot is called Ubayom HaRishon, on the first day. And the rabbis ask, what do you mean the first day? It's not the first day of the year, it's not the first day of the month. Sukkot is the 15th day of Tishrei, which is not the first day. But Chazal say, our rabbis say, it's the first day because after Yom Kippur, what do? You're busy to try to prepare yourself for this Yom Tov of Sukkot. So you are busy to try and do something which is very spiritual. So it becomes the first day to count for your misdeeds. First day. So this is one way of the Sukkah, which I say the very fact that everybody sits in the same kind of a Sukkah temporarily. On the other hand, obviously, we have got the Arba Minim, the 4 species that we shake on Sukkot, and Chazal tell us the symbol of the Arba Minim. It represents different kind of people, different kind of Jewish people. The Etrog, which represents, number one, the heart, has got the shape of a heart, and this is something which has got taste, and a nice taste, and a nice smell. And this represents people who are knowledgeable, learners, and behavior. This is the first kind of people that everybody should aspire to be. Then we've got the lulav, which hasn't got taste. It's supposed to have a nice smell, which means it has good deeds. And it's something also tall. Then you've got the hadassim, which has got a nice smell but without a taste. So the lulav represents taste and not a smell, because the lulav is actually a tree which the fruit of is the dates. So the dates have got a taste. The hadassim have got a smell without the fruit. And the arava, no smell and no taste. And this represents people who have got no good deeds, no learning. This is the lowest group. And HaKadosh Baruch Hu says, take all these 4 species, which represent 4 kinds of people, bind them together, to take them to make the broche on the Arba Minim. This is another idea of sholem, of achdus, of unity, which the sukkah on one end represent idea of unity, that everybody is a sukkah, and it is supported by the idea of the Arba Minim that we take together. Was a remark that I don't remember who made the remark. They've got the Arba Minim, we take them together, but actually the trog still remains separated from the other three species, because the trog is supposed to be, as I said, the highest degree of scholarship and behavior. This is what people should inspire. So this should be singled out to be this kind of a symbol. Also, the trog who looks the shape of kind of a heart. We are very particular about the trog. It should be complete. Nothing should be it will be complete and no pieces were missing, and also there are certain colors that can disqualify the trog, and this represents a heart, that the heart should be completely a pure heart to be prepared to do what HaKadosh Baruch Hu, what God wants us to do. And if all this been achieved, then we can understand why Sukkot is considered to be Zman Simchatenu. We call it Zman Simchatenu, and a festival of happiness and joy, because then there is no tension between people. When everybody is together, then obviously this gives a spirit of satisfaction, that people are not tense, should be not tense, and see separation from society. On the other hand, doesn't mean to say that the Jews are completely indifferent to what happened into the world, because in Bet HaMikdash on Sukkot, they used to bring 70 oxen, a sacrifice, and Chazal say the 70 because in rabbinical literature, the world has got like 70 nations, and we are bringing also sacrifice for the welfare of the world. So we are also concerned to what happened into the world. We're just not, yes, we see ourselves as the chosen people, that we are different and they're chosen by God. But what was our duty? To see, to improve the values of the other nations as well. This is our duty in the world. And this is why we are, according to our rabbis, in Bet HaMikdash, they used to slaughter 70 bulls, which represent the 70 nations of the world. Of course, when you are in Eretz Israel, and especially if you go to place, the religious locations, Jerusalem and others, you feel the Yom Tov, you feel the Sukkot, you see everybody, it's got Sukkah, others got in the veranda, or they built the Sukkah on the roof, or in the courtyard. Some you can see even Sukkot which are built in the street, on the pavement. You feel the Yom Tov of Sukkot in the street. And you see other people walk with Arba Minim. Of course, there is a good spirit of the special time of Sukkot, which also Chag HaSukkot prepares us to Shmini Atzeret, to the last day after Sukkot, Shmini Atzeret, which is identified with Simchat Torah, when we read the whole Torah, or rather not the whole Torah, we finish the whole Torah with the last parasha. In olden times, actually the laning of the Torah was not like we have it now, that we finish all Torah in 1 year, reading in the shul in 1 year. It used to be done in 3 years. Then it became a 1 year, and we have this Simchat Torah, which is a special festival to express our joy of having the Torah, that this is something that was given to us as Jews and not to the other nations. Although the other nations are obliged, also there are certain mitzvahs which are known, the 7 mitzvot Bnei Noach, 7 mitzvot which are given to Goyim, and but they are deprived of having the Torah unless you want to be converted. And Chazal tells an interesting Gemara in Avodah Zarah. The Gemara says that the nation come to God, or they came to God, and they complained, why don't you give us also the Torah like you gave to Am Israel? So there is such a discussion in the Gemara. Hashem said to them, okay, I'll give you one easy mitzvah to observe, mitzvah of Sukkot, of Sukkah. Well, so everybody goes and they build the Sukkah. So what happened? Hashem then brings a little bit of rain or wind, so everybody runs. The Gemara says the expression like kicks the sukkah and runs away. So although that if there is rain, a Jew is exempted from sitting in the sukkah. But when a person, a Jew, is exempted, he feels sorry for it, that he's deprived of having the sukkah, deprived of having the mitzvah. But Goyim seem to be that they're quite happy. So this is what Hashem says, okay, I'll give you a test. You want the Torah? I'll give you a test. Have an easy mitzvah, sukkah, see how you do with it. And they didn't pass the test. There is another aspect to it to understand the Jewish approach. Goyim also, they've got like temples, churches, and so on, where they, so to speak, have religious services, and as far as they see it, do a mitzvah. What is the speciality in the sukkah? It's a mitzvah which doesn't seem to be a spiritual mitzvah. What do we do in the mitzvah, in the sukkah? We eat, we drink, we live ordinary life in a sukkah. So what is the message? That we have to bring into our daily life, the physical life, to have a spiritual dimension. And this is what the sukkah is supposed to teach us, how to have, to look at life, to whatever we do, although that it can be a physical, but to have a spiritual dimension, a spiritual thing into it. And this, as I said, it's quite in a good time after Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. In Yom Kippur, we had just a spiritual day. You don't drink, you don't what we were fasting, couldn't do anything physical. But Sukkah teaches us no. Judaism is not only to live a spiritual life, a spiritual being, completely spiritual being. This is for angels, not for human beings. We are supposed to live as human beings, but although being involved in physical activities, but to have a spiritual contents. And this is what the mitzvah is. The sukkah teaches us. You sit in a sukkah, you eat and drink and sleep, do all physical things, but you realize that you're doing a mitzvah. Our Rebbe say that there are two things that the sukkah remind us. One thing that כבסוכות הושבת לבני ישראל, that our forefathers were sitting in a sukkah when they were wandering in the desert, which means the protection that we have, they're not protection, it's not a building, it's something which is very, very fragile, but we feel we feel protected by God, and this is what our parents were experiencing in the desert. But there is a high spiritual message as well. We say, Ananei Kavod, our forefathers, when they were in the desert, they were protected by the clouds of glory of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, which this again means a spiritual idea, a spiritual value kind of thing. So there is a lot of things which in the calendar with different holidays. I'm not talking about Shabbos, but the other holidays has got messages like Pesach has got their own message. Shavuot, their own message. Sukkot, so this it says Zman Simchatenu, but this is where we actually act as human being with spiritual concept. And this is the combination that a Jewish idea. Be physical, but spiritual contents into your physical activities. Okay, I just wanted to share with you some ideas about Sukkot. As I said, the reason that I couldn't have the shiur, I was hoping that today, I was busy the whole time. I don't know how, so it didn't work out. And I didn't want to cancel the shiur, so at least we meet and we discuss certain ideas. I hope that you found some interest in what we're talking about. And with this, I wish you to have a good Yom Tov, to continue enjoy the fact as a Jewish people, with all the problems that Jews go over the world, remember that from all the nations, ancient nations, that were, none of them is God exists the time that we are, from the time of Avram Avinu and the forefathers. There is, because we are connected and protected by God, and we see to do what God expects us to do.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Good Yom.
Thank you. Chag Sameach.
Thank you.
And Moatim L'Simcha, you must know that we missed the radio street.
Enjoy the rest.
Okay.